Inflation or deflation? Now, we hear a lot of talking going on the news, on YouTube, about if we're going to have inflation or if we're going to have deflation in the US economy. Now, we know that we've seen inflation in food of cost. For example, watermelon's gone a lot more expensive. I used to buy a watermelon at the corner store last year for $7. This year I'm buying it for $9. Okay, so we know the cost of food's going up. We know the cost of gasoline up. The cost of rents is going up. The cost of real estate's going up. Okay, we know that the stock market has gone up. Okay, now we've seen that. We've also seen deflation. For example, like some gadgets and even some services have came down in prices um, versus going up. So now the question is, how does that affect us, and what does it mean, or which one are we going to have, deflation or inflation? And I want to do a quick example of science, health, because in our body we need homeostasis. We need this balancing point. And if, for example, if our body temperature goes up from that balancing point, that center point, right, then it's called a fever. And there's many side effects that can happen if your fever increases more and more. Okay. Now, on the opposite side of a fever, if your temperature goes below the normal, right, then there's also major side effects. So that can happen, like your metabolism won't function, the enzymes won't fire correctly, etc. Okay. So if your body temperature goes hot as a fever, there's problems for your body. If it goes lower than normal, there's problems for your body. So imagine that the economy is the body and inflation is the fever, and going under the normal homeostasis body temperature is deflation. Now the question is, well, who cares if we're in inflation or deflation? Because end of the day, the patient is sick. And that's the whole point I want to do about this video, is that the patient is sick. The economy is sick. It does not matter if we're having fever or we're having, below our body temperature. The body is not working correctly. We're having stress on the body. The enzymes are not working correctly. The channels are not working correctly. It doesn't matter if it's overheating or if it's underheating. The thing is, it's not in a balance. And what is a balance? It's a free market. That's what makes America great. Having a free market, but we can clearly see that we don't have a free market when it comes to real estate. They control the inventory when it comes to the printing of money, etc. Now, do I like inflation more? I don't like inflation, because inflation is basically saying that they're robbing your value. The amount of life energy you have, they're devaluing it. And we can see the side effect of inflation just in America over the time that it has, was born, right? Things used to cost 10 cents. 10 cents was a lot of money, guys. $20, you could go to a grocery store in the 80s and fill your whole cart up, right? And, and in the 70s and in the 50s and etc. However, today with $20, you can't even buy 2 watermelons, guys. I'm trying to tell you, right? So inflation is not a good thing, and that's why I'm a big component of Bitcoin, because it's deflationary. Now, as man, just think about what I'm saying right now. As man evolves and we make newer technology, we make newer gadget, and we evolve in our production, it makes logical sense that the cost of producing stuff should get less and less. The farmers, before, they used to have to plow the ground with their bare hands, right? And then they got smarter and they got cows to do it, right? And they were able to plow more and harvest more. And now we have machines to do it, right? So we should be able to harvest more area, and the cost of things should get lower. But the opposite happens, especially not only in America, but all over the world. The opposite happens. The cost of goods get more and more and more expensive, even though their technology has evolved to make it less expensive. And that's because there are central bankers at play that are manipulating the market, not allowing the free market to decrease its price. Because as we evolve, our technologies and our understandings grow, our ability to produce something should get less and less. Kind of like, if I'm an artist and I've been drawing for 30 years, I might be able to make a masterpiece in 10 minutes. right? Where if I'm brand new and I'm learning, it may take me days or months to draw something or write a book, right? Or so same thing with someone in Blackboard or someone in music or whatever. The more you do it, the more efficient and faster and better it becomes. So imagine with machines that, we have all these machines like from farming and so on. So I like deflationary better because today, not only does your mom have to work, your dad has to work too. That's the majority of Americans in America. Back in America, if you go back in history, only dad had to work. Mom was a stay-at-home mom. And so what we're seeing is that, because of inflation, we're all turning into slaves. And end of the day, when we work, we don't produce enough to pay all the bills. And now we have to borrow to pay the remaining. Meanwhile, when we're feeling down, they have advertisements and commercials that telling us that, hey, if we buy this, we're going to smell a certain way. The girls are going to like us or men are going to like us. If you drive this, we're going to feel a certain way when we say that we're successful. And now that they're introducing materialism through us subconsciously and wanting us now to go into getting more debt, because the more we want, the more of the machine we can be for the elites. Okay. And that's what I have realized after I've donated most of my stuff to the homeless guys is that money is fake. Life energy is what we're talking about, and there's only the more you want, the more of your life energy you're giving it up to Apple, to corporations left and right, right? And so, do we want are we having an inflation? Are we having a deflation? It doesn't matter. The patient is sick. The U.S. economy is sick. Many countries around the world are sick because they're using the same world currency, the petrodollar, and we're printing so much of that not is it only hurting us, but we're exporting inflation in so many other countries. For example, if you look at, Venezuela, if you look at Iran, these are engineered inflation. Okay. These are where, Big Brother goes and says, look, to some of the richest countries in the world and makes them poor because of the dollar, because of the printing of money. For example, in Venezuela, they have so much natural resources that they're one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but now they have inflation that they have to chop six zeros off their number. Same thing with Iran. I don't know if you guys know what's going on in Iran. The inflation is so high and a lot of people think is something that's going on in the country, and that might be part of it, but the majority part, in my opinion, is the sanctions and the ability for the country not to be able to sell their resources to any other country because of the control of the U.S. and the banking system. Okay, so Big Brother and the elites, they know how to engineer inflation. They know how to engineer economic collapse. And that's why I keep saying the market's rigged. I can see other countries being engineered. Like, another one is like Turkey. Just 2 years ago, Turkey was doing so great. Recently, dictator there, thought, he was a really badass, whatever, and he was mouthing, the European countries, South America, America, and now look what happened there. They had massive inflation, right? Because they didn't want to hold the refugees because all the bombs we throw, a lot of people have to leave their countries, and so Turkey's holding these refugees, and they were tired of it. It's like, hey, we're going to let them go into Europe, and now the side effect is that, hey, Turkey is having major problems in their economy. So when I say that it's engineered, when I say it's manipulated, I'm not joking. I see these in other countries, and it's not too hard to put two together. I'm not smart. I'm actually a refugee that came to America, so I'm not a smart guy. But it doesn't take a brain scientist to see why is all these richest nations in the world, they're the most in poverty, like in Africa. They have all the oil, all the natural resources from weed to this, and it's crazy, right? Well, because it's engineered. So it's also engineered in our own markets, from the real estate market, from the stock market, and so are we having inflation? Are we having deflation? Guys, it doesn't matter what we're having. We're not having normalcy. The patient is sick, and people are arguing about deflation and inflation. Who cares? Why don't we all join together and say, look, the patient is sick. because it's really hard to predict, right, if it's deflation or inflation, because the guys at the helm, the people that control everything, they can do whatever they want at any time they want, right? We've seen them tell everyone to shut down their businesses, and everyone did. They told people to shoot yourself with this foreign substance they call the vaccine, and everyone lined up, including my mom and my daddy, right, and my sister. So, guys, when they say something, they get the job done because the masses amount of people are watching CNN, NBC, Fox, and I mean, and the propaganda, because these mega companies, they control the views of the public, and they're basically in bed with the bankers, the central bankers, and big corporations, and Big Brother, and etc. And so are we having inflation, deflation? Doesn't matter. It's just sick, guys. It's sick. The economy's sick, and there's massive pain coming for us, the citizens of the country, through taxation, through inflation, through the cost of living being so high in all shapes and form, and there's millions and millions of people becoming more homeless. We have millions and millions of people in our prison system. Our prison system, if you add it all up, is bigger than some countries. People we have in prison, and this is just escalating because what the Fed does not promote equality, right? It promotes separation, a wealth gap. Okay, why? Because I don't know why. Because I guess they're evil people. I have no idea, right? Because if I was king for a day, I would have world peace. If I was king for a day, I would have free trading. If I was king for a day, I would figure out ways to create systems where people don't have to work every day. I would have a system where people may work 2 or 3 hours a day. The rest are spending time with their kids and family, gardening and fishing and skateboarding, riding bikes and going and playing and being a good neighbor, getting to know your neighbor, etc. But I'm not the king for the day. But you know what? I'm blessed to live in America. And if you live in America, you're blessed too. And thanks for watching, guys. And if you could click the like button, don't take no for an answer. Much love to you. Peace.